Aloha, Scorpio. Welcome to your love reading. I hope you are doing well. This is for anybody with a strong Scorpio placement, Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Very happy to have you here today. We are going to be using my Legendary Mystic Tarot deck that I created today for this reading. And Scorpio, just to let you all know, for the month of July, I have discounted the 30-minute pre-recorded videos by 35%. So do check that out if that's of interest to you. Visit oceanmoonflower.com. If you're brand new to my channel, very happy to have you here. This is Empress Moon Tarot. My name is Ocean. Let's see what we've got. All right, Scorpio, the Eight of Swords, the Sun, the King of Swords, Two of Swords, the Star, and Judgment. The Fool, the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, the Hanging Man. And your overall energy is the Ten of Cups. There's a whole hell of a lot of love here between you and this person. You could be in a long-term committed relationship with this person, having the Ten of Cups be your overall energy. If not, this is something where the love is so strong between the two of you, it can be felt through distance, time, space, etc. The Ten of Cups is ultimate emotional fulfillment and deep love and affection. So love that. Absolutely gorgeous. However, the two of you are not showing it here with the Lovers as your challenge. Let me make some minor adjustments to the cards, Scorpio, and then we'll get started. Okay. Your side, Scorpio. Your side's got a little bit of trouble going on over here. I mean, the Eight of Swords, this is when your mindset is in this fear-based state. Usually the Eight of Swords is fears and worries of our own making. They're not actual fears and worries, but they're fears and worries that we perceive to be an issue in the present moment. But when we have the Eight of Swords is something you can get yourself out of by looking at things from a different perspective, by viewing things in a different way. So headspace, there's some worries about this connection. There may be worries about whether or not it can go the distance. There may be worries about, what comes next. I see your ending, your outcome is a change of perspective. It's a new way of thinking. And I just absolutely love the Hanging Man that I created for this deck. I mean, he just expresses so much joy. It's sort of like, okay, I see things from a new light. It's great. I can get down from the tree now. But it's almost like he's having a joyous time up there, gaining a new insight on this situation, right? So there is something that I like about that. It's kind of a cool way of being, right? But on the heart space, we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is about truth, clarity, integrity, thought. The King of Swords is very much a strong communicator. He's very, very strong. He's very rooted. And so I feel that, Scorpio, in this particular connection, your heart is rooted in truth. Your heart is rooted in integrity. You see this connection in a very strong light, but you are not allowing yourself to be overtaken by emotions. It's like you're aware that this is here. It's almost like you're rather than being emotional about it, it's like you're being rational, if that makes any sense. It's like you don't allow emotions to overcome you. In fact, you keep emotions at bay. And instead, it's all thought-based. So you have to be careful of that for one reason. You have the Eight of Swords in your thought. energy, right? So if the Eight of Swords is in your thought-based energy and you're not allowing your heart to actually feel emotion, you're kind of cutting yourself off from that, or trying to cut yourself off from feeling emotion, then this fear-based energy could interfere with how you're truly feeling. Does that make sense? So this is a very interesting place for you to be, Scorpio. You have the Star in your actions. So it could be that you're healing from something difficult, or you're trying to overcome something. The Star could also be that, you know, this person is your wish, your dream, your hope, but you're trying not to allow yourself to get blown away by emotions with regards to them. Your challenge is having a new beginning here with the Fool, actually taking a leap of faith. The Fool is also a very fun energy, right? It's sort of like, you know, Alice jumping down the rabbit hole. And so with this being in your challenged position, the unfortunate part about that is when we see the Fool in a negative light, the Fool can often be somebody who is avoiding commitment, or avoiding anything long term. It's like keeping things at bay, which I see with this lack of emotional connection, right? This lack of emotional vulnerability here is preventing this relationship from moving in a long-term direction, because there's this focus on the Fool. Is like when somebody enjoys the connection, but gosh, they really don't want the commitment, and so they keep things in a specific box to prevent that from happening. It's a heart guarding energy, so you have to be careful of that, because we see that that is your challenge. Your challenge is a lack of desire for deep commitment. Now, over on their side, we have the Sun. The Sun tells me that on the mind space, they're thinking about, you know, how can this be started in a new way to have a fresh beginning? So they're wondering, how can they restart this connection? How can they get it moving again? How can there be this place of joy and happiness? You know, in what way does things need to change in order to do that? Their heart space says, I don't know if I want this, because they've got the Two of Swords. And it's very likely they recognize and sense your non-committal energy over here. And their heart is saying, okay, well, if there's a non-committal energy over here, is that something that would be in alignment with what they truly desire, right? But there's so much love here between the two of you, the Ten of Cups. Like, tons of love here between the two of you with the Ten of Cups. Their challenge is the Knight of Swords. Maybe they speak without thinking first. Maybe they you know, are holding on to something that was said, or holding on to something that was, you know, spoken in the past. There also could be the challenge of having to deal with somebody who's, you know, very, very quick to lash out at them. So there's an energy of some sort of undesired communication interfering with their ability to move forward. They have the Judgment card in their actions, which is a rebirth of the connection. It is the Phoenix rising. It's forgiveness. It's, you know, recognizing that forgiveness needs to be given, and, you know, forgiving and moving forward. But the Judgment card is also a call to bring about change. Here we see that the mutual challenge between the two of you is that there is not a decision being made 100% towards each other. With the Lovers, the Lovers is about a decision with regards to love, and whatever decision is not being made, the decision that's not being made could be related to any aspect or any level of this relationship in the present moment, because we have so much love here with the Ten of Cups, but yet a decision that is not being made by either of you. It's not being made by them with their heart. It's not being made by you because you're guarding your heart, and there's fear and non-committal energy. And it's not being met by them because of whatever kind of communication is here interfering. So both of you are kind of at arm's length. I think that's why we have this Hangman energy. You need a new perspective. You both need a new perspective on this connection. Oh my gosh. Great. Here we go, Scorpio. Five of Wands, bickering, fighting, warring between the two of you, or an internal energy of, not, it's almost like when we have the Five of Wands, it's an internal energy of struggle. And Knight of Coins is saying, whoops, slow down. And then the Three of Wands says, well, let's just wait and see what happens. So you are both trying to gain a new perspective on this relationship, but the internal struggle, the delay, and this energy of wait and see is not doing either of you any two favors. So the love is here, but what are the two of you going to do about it? That's kind of the big question. The love is here. What are the two of you going to do about this connection? That remains in flux at the present moment. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave that there. Mahalo nui loa. Until our next reading, ta-ta for now. Kiss, kiss from Ocean.